We don't want a trade war, but we are not afraid of it. Regarding the U.S. statement, we will watch and see. If the U.S. continues to ignore objections from China and the international community and insist upon unilateral decisions and protectionism, then China will fight on at all costs. China will conduct new corresponding measures to defend the national and people's interests.
China's Ministry of Commerce also blamed the U.S. for single-handedly starting these tensions and said that China will defend the interest of its people. All of this comes after President Trump on Thursday threatened to impose $100 billion in additional tariffs on Chinese imports. Our correspondent Nathan King has the latest now from Washington.
Well, what he's asking the U.S. Trade Representative to do is basically triple the list of the amount of Chinese imports into the U.S. that could be subject to sanctions. Remember, $50 billion worth of Chinese goods were set to be sanctioned at the 25% level in a number of months, depending on negotiations. Well, now he's asked for another $100 billion of Chinese imports as well. They haven't drawn up the list, and that is in retaliation, says U.S. President Trump through the White House statement here late Thursday, for China's retaliation to the initial U.S. announcement. So this is indeed an escalation, but, you know, as White House officials have said all day, the tariffs aren't being imposed yet, but I can tell you they were all behind the scenes saying, look, there's room for negotiations with this $50 billion. It's not a trade war yet. We're not escalating. This could take many more months. And then suddenly this announcement. So it could only have come really from one person, and that would be U.S. President Trump himself. And it's a big escalation, and you have to ask the question, how does one respond to that? You know, it doesn't leave a lot of goodwill in terms of negotiations. One might even call it potentially blackmail.